Love 1.
What do you make of Hashimoto and why she's able to consistently do what she does?
Well, maybe this could be my answer.
Yeah.
But just watching that rally, you try to find a time where there was a weak chop. She brings a lot of variation. We have yet to see her attacking game. I mean, in this rally, it was straight chop anyway, from beginning to end. But her attacking is devastating. She's fast, she's aggressive. Even the way she chops feels very aggressive.
That was really exactly where I was going with that line of questioning, because she's not just a passive player. She's not just on the receiving end. There's an edge to her as well.
And here to be able to use the top spin that she can generate with the medium pips and sponge on the backhand with that wristy shot, it's tough to rally with. She will be trying to keep it deep, because if it is a little bit shallow, one reason I can't find a chopper who's beaten Wang Manyu is because she's got a lot of power on the forehand. She plays very actively, and if it's a little bit shallow, she'll be able to play wide angles. It'll just be too tough.
And when she sees the opportunity, the transfer of weight from back to front is always perfection.
It is a wonderful finish on the blue line. It's funny, after everything I said about when you play it shallow, the 2 times the chops were shallow in that rally, Wang Manyu said, nah, I'm not falling for the bait. I'm going to push it back. I'm going to reset. That was a wonderful attack right into the crossover, and it shut down any wingspan for racket speed from Hashimoto.
Did we just get a really graphic illustration of how much thought Wang Manyu is going to put into this match?
Well, we had a lot of opportunity to try to appreciate it for sure. That's a perfect shot, and that's the perfect camera angle to really see how she jammed up Hashimoto. Ooh, bit of that strawberry side spin. The question is, which side of the racket was it? From that camera angle, the sound was a little bit different. I'd be curious to see that one again. She doesn't twiddle too much unless she's running back in for a push, or she absolutely needs to for an attack. Wow, attacking with the flatter side again. Tough to rally with the forehand, the black side, let's say, because she's twiddling. Wang Manyu knows what to do. So she blocks it, but now she attacks with the medium pips. There's less rotation. Whatever the finger up was for, whatever the fortune was, in general, that'll be a more common response. Ball back into the net.
Oh, she got there.
The open table exploited. The fact that she even had the guts to rush in and attack this. I was just thinking about how she follows whenever there's a push. She turned the racket around and says, can't come back from that. Yeah, I feel you, bro. Bro. Let me just process this for a minute. How's your ram speed? Oh, what a save. Wang Manyu very actively chasing, as Honoka gets a lot of balls back in play in this rally.
These players are going to cover some ground. We always say this, anyone who takes on Hashimoto is going to be in for a lot of work. Those legs are going to move a lot. And even by those standards, we're seeing really dynamic play.
Interestingly, Hashimoto, if I remember correctly, recovered the net in this rally. but the thing is, she does that strawberry chop, adding the side spin, and much like a chop block, it leaves a lot of question on the attacker's side. I think that's a key ingredient for her success.
6-all.
It's so fascinating to see how Wang Manyu is going to go about this. At times, she's resisted the temptation to attack. She's showed a lot of variety. Patience is part of her game plan, clearly, here. This is fun, isn't it? Just dissecting how she's gonna take on this player from Japan.
We talk about reaction time, decision-making, how quickly someone starts to make their move. Honoka's so quick to follow a chop when she notices a push on the other side. And she's already back in just in case.
Precisely. The recovery, when you consider how much it expended that chop. The push-off here.
She knows it's when she does a float chop, less spin, that even if the player attacks it, the ball's likely to come up higher.
Patience, the name of the game when it needs to be.
And against choppers, it typically does need to be at this level of play. And we're talking about the world's best chopper right now. Again, not even Hitomi Sato has ever beaten Wang Manyu, despite having quite her fair share of tries. This was the most fluid shot I've seen from Wang Manyu yet. The way her arm, you could just see every joint. Watch the way she takes this. Turns, opens the shoulder. From the other camera angle, you could just feel her wrists snap at the point of contact. Even the team doctor's up on his feet. A lot of support for Team China.
We'll get on to Marlin in just a moment, but one would imagine that for him and for all of Team China, this will have been a challenge they will have relished. A tactical scouting conundrum that the likes of which they don't face too often.
Does put you in a bit of a pickle. So in front now, she's been chasing for some time. It's a fine balance of lift and drive.
Again, assertive. She's found the angle, and she's found the backhand shot wanting a couple of times as a result.
Yeah, Wang Manyu in a good position right after this shot. Well, wonderful position because she had won the point. I guess it was the shot before she recognized she had the length of the table to work with, and now 2 game points to work with.
She's worked hard for them as well. When she needs it, it's there. Saves one of them.
Yeah, we've seen many occasions where the forehand attack has come out successful here. It's an outright top side spin serve deep to the backhand to get her opponent playing slightly passively in a popped up ball. Another game point for Wang Manyu. Wow. There was one moment in this point about halfway through it where you could feel the energy of Honoka looking for an attack, but after that she realized Wang Manyu's in control right now. Then the variation on the spin, you could read the label. You could see the logo. That means less spin. That means you don't need to lift nearly as much. Excellent variation in chopping, and it's tied up at deuce. Pinned in the middle. She finds the middle from well, with her opponent way behind the table. Watch this final shot. A choice has to be made, forehand or backhand, and either way it's going to require moving the legs out of the way, getting off balance.
So zoom in on her possibilities here. Game point again. Hashimoto had saved two, but she couldn't save this one. And Wang Manyu, boy, she's had to work hard for that.
I love the varying camera angles here because it allows you just a different perspective to what to look for. When I watch these points, I'm like, what stands out? Where's the depth? What would I try if I were Honoka Hashimoto? More of the strawberry chops, more attacks, surprises here and there. This is going to be tiring. She can stay there for a while, lobbing. Oh, the finishing backhand, this tug of war, this seesaw. It's funny that it was Wang Manyu who's the more willing to lob between the two of them. Honoka fishes one, that's it, and now she chops 30 shots. The space between them. Wow. Chinese camp and Japanese camp watching. That is quite a point. I love it. Respect from Team China saying, bravo, that was really well done.
Wow. 30 shots in that previous rally. You know, you were talking about the nuances that you look for. I'm always interested in the personalities. I'm interested in Wang Manyu. And in terms of her personality, what she's bringing to this, will she relish the challenge? Is she going to be dogged here? Is she adventurous, adaptable?
She's tired. She's tired from traveling the world. She doesn't have time to read her philosophy books. The strawberry, you could see her almost follow it with an attack, but Wang Manyu's control was good enough to keep it under pressure. Let's see the moment. There's the strawberry. She's like, can I? Yeah, okay, I'll stay on the defense. And the threat, just the threat of having her there. We can talk personality for a while. Wang Manyu is as chill as they come.
Adaptability, that's what I'm thinking about, really.
Oh, in the match. Gotcha.
Mainly because ED, for example, as brilliant a player as she was, she just seemed to hit a brick wall, ran out of ideas. What about the resourcefulness of Manyu in many ways?
Wang Manyu has a lot more experience at the very top of the game. She's world number 2, and she's been a team leader for China for quite some time. For Didi, for Wang Ed, 2021 World Championships, the semifinals, I mean, just skyrocketed her, and she's been, what, top 5 for a long time now, but top 2 is really something. An occasional beating by someone else, the hands of Chunyi, Manika Batra. Okay, this will cost you a bit, but yeah, Wang Manyu has been in a really tough position. Ooh, speaking of tough positions, a little bit off that back edge to set up a lead.
This is going to run long. If Hashimoto manages to get her hands on a game here, we're in for a long haul here.
I don't mind that.
These rallies they're not going away quickly.
Well, we can talk expedite rules should it come up. Ooh, now this is the beware of dog sign hanging on the fence. When Honoka moves right back in, it's extra pressure. Look where she's standing for this. She's there. She's moving in for the attack. So that sends a warning signal to every muscle, every fiber in Wang Manyu's body that there's pressure coming in.
5-4.
Well, backhand serve into the net. That just punctuates what we've been seeing so far in terms of the excellence. Won't faze her, though. Let's talk about her personality in a minute. Hashimoto looks like,
6.
is there such a thing as a steel sakura, the equivalent of a steel magnolia? She looks as if she's wonderful, easygoing, always smiling, but there's a steel to her.
Yeah, you don't have to be an angry person to have incredible focus, and to be a competitor at this level, how you express yourself is a very different thing. Good mixing it up with the topspin. It's easy for me to say that. She won the point. I feel like a lot of players in Wang Manyu's position take a bit of topspin as a rest, but from this camera angle, you could see it wasn't just a fishing shot. It was a bit forceful. It was low enough, fast enough to cause some trouble, not allow time.
8-4.
It's going to take a bit out of Wang Manyu, this. It's going to be interesting to see how she stands up to this one physically.
Yeah, we talk about stamina a lot. Generally, choppers tend to get early leads, much like Honoka did against Sun Ying Xia. Takes time to settle in playing against choppers because choppers are used to playing attackers. Attackers are not used to playing choppers. Oh, the hands moves all the way back in, and that last shot is a bit of a strawberry. She turns for a little side spin in this. Watch the final shot from Honoka on the run. Follows, she sees the push, runs in, and then just lifts the wrist up a little bit to leave the tip of the racket down, so there's less underspin. Momentum for Hashimoto.
It's a good run for her in many ways.
This has got to be one of the best yet.
9.
Wang Manyu throws everything into the pot here, and it's all part of the recipe. The touch would have bounced twice on the table, 32 shots. Honoka Hashimoto getting her steps in for the year in this rally.
She had her on a string there, Manyu. Left, right, back, forward. But it looked as if Hashimoto had all the answers until she didn't.
Sounded like a Contra code for extra lives.
9.
A shorter rally here. There are a lot of different uses for TTR, for timeouts, etc. I don't know, in terms of stamina, choppers move around quite a lot. They're used to this, but yeah, that was an exhausting point before this.
Oh, wow. Well, that's a big break.
10-6.
But talk about the shot that earned her that break off the net. It's incredible the reach she has, and it's game points.
A lot of rotation, left very high, twiddles the racket in that moment. Wow. In the replay, I was going to tell you that even if she hits the table, it doesn't matter as long as the free hand doesn't touch the playing surface. Clever. Wang Manyu earning herself a higher ball, and instead of trying to just kill it, she plays it softly so it comes in at the feet.
And she misses it, having played the drop shot.
Playing it right at the body is good enough.
Now, if you have just joined us for this Europe Smash Sweden 2025 women's singles quarterfinal, don't worry. There's going to be a lot more table tennis in this match because every point is shaping up like that. Now, they're both shown a yellow card for wasting time. They had been warned by Winnie Che before this. So that graphic where the yellow cards came up apparently during the break.
Right, yeah, specifically before this game, they both came back too late, which means that if they get another yellow card, it will be a yellow-red, and it'll cost a point. As tight as this one is, that could be crucial.
One, two.
This one carried long by a bit. The first time we've seen that in a while for an in-position Honoka Hashimoto. Man, this venue's so beautiful. Look at the chandeliers hanging up in the VIP section.
Let's.
Maybe just
1,
lighting
2.
that looks that way, but it's
Oh, it looks
eye-catching.
amazing, doesn't it? Just along from us. We're high up here watching this. This Renaissance Arena has taken this amazing venue to a whole new level. And we're coming towards the business end of this event, Adam, and you just sense the way this is meant for spectacle, this place. The noise, the sense of drama, the staging of everything. It's fabulous.
It'll be sold out next year if they have it here.
How good is
4,
that?
1.
That's the blend of defense and attack that she brings.
You talked to me between games about how Mima Ito was so good at hitting the middle, and you saw Wang Manyu doing the same thing here. In that rally, it seemed like 3 shots in a row were right at the legs, and Honoka made the most, which is probably part of the reason she wanted to look for the attack to get out of the point.
That time, the little scamper forward didn't work.
It's the second point in a row that she's come rushing in for an attack. It's a fine balance, this judgment here. We've seen her make shots like that. Not an easy ball, but you have to remember she's catching it on the way down, running in. Think about that one time she ran past the table and the ball still came back. Memorable point.
This is the biggest lead we've seen for either player in this match. Wang Manyu's, I think I'm confident in saying that, looking to dominate here. 1-all. Very strong here in the third.
This is good. She brings herself in near the table with some top spin, side spin even on the second one from under the table. Now she moves back in. This is where she wants to be. Again, choppers behind the table are not there by choice. They're there by necessity. The finisher catches the timing just right on this one. Waited. She spent about a third of this point in near the table, constantly looking like a hawk for a mouse far, far away, and finds her opportunity, and then she just twiddles it and puts it back in the holster.
I guessed about 30-ish, 32 shots in that rally. They're going over 30 on a regular basis here.
Ask me what I guessed. 32. Good
Fight
use.
back.
Yeah, and the side spin again. Remember, the pips mean less grip, less surface area touching the ball, but the sponge underneath allows more dwell time and therefore more spin, so that strawberry causes its effect. From down 1-5 to back 4-6. Well handled.
4-7.
An open racket as Wang Manyu handles the relatively no spin backhand of Honoka Hashimoto, the attack with the medium pips. Oh, wrong side there, net getting in the way.
I love that the camera angle gave us a sense of just how far back she was hitting that from.
One power shot and then the lob.
This has been an impressive performance, largely in this game from Wang Manyu.
Clever idea from under the table, the top spin. The question isn't if it's top spin at that moment, it's how much. Wang Manyu can see when she chops and see when she doesn't. Hello, Chinese Wang Manyu fans. Wow, I haven't seen this from Honoka. She catches the edge. Catches the edge for an escape. This is the first time in, I don't know, every match I've called for her, Yokohama and here, that she's actually intentionally lobbed as an option. Wang Manyu did it to her first. Usually she'll lob one and then she'll immediately chop and come running back into the table, if she can.
Just variation, just it struck her, yeah, why not?
Yeah, maybe. And on 2 occasions, Honoka Hashimoto twiddled to push near the table. Wang Manyu kept track of every shot. Just watch the racket. This is going to be the end of the rally. That was a lot of work and a rock star turn from Wang Manyu.
Oh, she's putting in a real shift this evening. She's working so hard and she's earned herself 4 game points to get in front.
Oh, Strawberry, a time to speed it up with the medium pips from the backhand. The way she turns with the wrist to just redirect that ball wide is such a surprising shot. This is one of the great weapons in her game.
And that is a game won by Wang Manyu. By my reckoning, Adam, I think they've been going about 39, 40 minutes already.
Wow, best of 7. Wang Manyu halfway there. I'm still thinking about that lob point and the tactical question. Sometimes just to tire someone out or cleanse the palate. There it is. One quick to the backhand gets Wang Manyu quickly behind the table in the put away. And when I say cleanse the palate, I mean remind the opponent that she can't get too comfortable because there's more to think about than maybe she had considered. After all, she did win the point lobbing.
When you do get a short point, it comes as a sort of slightly surprising punctuation, something a little bit odd, doesn't it? Because we're used really to these two just getting into a groove and racking up the shots.
Ambitious from behind the table. If she makes this shot with the medium pips attack, well, Wang Manyu's got some time. It's a follow-up to the strawberry and a higher ball. Not a bad idea. She follows that with a forehand attack if it comes in. Still worth taking the risk. And here's one of those short points you talk about.
They must be so precious. Earn a point without having to expend too much energy.
Can we just take a moment to acknowledge that she blocked one on top of the table with her medium pips? That amongst everything else. You asked me at the start of this match, what is it that makes Honoka Hashimoto different? 88% win record against the Chinese. She does the unthinkable. And one thing that seems just almost right in front of you to not even mention, she barely misses. She gets almost everything in play. Attacks, chops, everything else. Wang Manyu very politely saying, please.
There's another thing as well, Adam. Every player has to deal with balls that hit the net and they have to react and adjust. Honoka does it so naturally because she's got such a variety of shots and because she's so calm and she's prepared to let the ball drop and wait for it. It seems that they never faze her. Any net cord, she's just comfortable.
Yeah, defensive players, as you're describing. If you think about the nature of what a chopper does, they basically hit a shot that you expect to go straight down into the net time and time again. If you're attacking, that's their whole job, is to try and avoid that. Using the legs, getting low and lifting. Best advice I ever got was from Wang Yitze. Top edge of the racket here. That advice was, we've talked about it, get your eyes even with the ball. When someone chops it to you, your eyes should be level with the ball. Then you can spring up. Then it's not just your arm. And that's what Wang Manyu does. You can see how low she gets every time she drives a chop.
Yeah, I think I've seen you playing and having to do that, having to learn how to do that.
4-6.
So 4-6. This has not gone quite the way that the last game did, which was very well navigated by Wang Manyu.
I love the expedite rule. It's not so common to see an attacker versus a chopper in the expedite rule.
Okay,
Usually,
explain.
What's that?
Yeah, explain again.
The expedite rule is to make sure that two people don't push forever, because games used to last for hours when two choppers would play.
impressive. 2 great points played in a row there to level things up at 6-all by Wang Manyu. So how do you expedite against that then?
Well, the literal rule is if 10 minutes of play have passed in any individual game before 18 points, wow. I want to give this rivalry a moment.
Oh, this crowd has come to have fun. Believe me, I was down there for the Trolls match, and they've stayed on for this, and they are so invested in this match now.
Oh, sneaky, sneaky, right down the line.
They're wearing the Swedish colors, but they know, they are recognizing that they are watching supreme entertainment from these women here. One from Japan, one from China.
To call a spade, they were straight up cheering for Honoka Hashimoto, and there's nothing wrong with that. The world is waiting for a hero. Even Team China sometimes loves having an arch nemesis or someone to challenge them, and it's been a long, long time.
It's also that you don't get to see a Hashimoto all that often. They're witnessing something really special here.
Yeah, style of play has got to be something related to this, because watching Honoka play, it's tough not to be a fan. She's simply spectacular.
She'll carry the neutral vote here for sure, just because of the style of play and what she's attempting to do against the #2.
It feels like she's constantly the underdog because she's so far from the table. She's literally defending herself.
Apart from when she's on the attack, which she does transitionally so well.
And even here, there's the twiddle, black on the backhand, right back to the forehand for the finish, the slap. Who needs topspin when the ball's that high? Wow.
They're chanting her name.
Honoka Hashimoto?
Yeah, Hashimoto football chants down.
Break off the net, but she recovered one of her own. This is a lot of work. I just feel like we're watching 2 gladiators in the middle of an arena right now. The sweat, the hair, everything about it. It's just such a battle.
3 game points to level it up for Honoka Hashimoto.
I think the roar of the crowd helps too. Wang Manyu, the sign there. Thought I saw something about her mountain at the end of that sign. She's definitely got a hill to climb here.
Listen to this atmosphere.
She just saved the timeout and earned that much more. Oh, second bounce, a little fortune back. She had 1 or 2 in the pocket after last game, but a spectacular rally once again. That lunging attack, a second one with the medium pips red on the backhand, and covered well, Wang Manyu. Okay, it looked like the bounce actually was off the racket into the baseline of the table, her own side. Either way, points Wang Manyu. Oh, the power in the open line, almost found by that heat-seeking missile. Behind the table, a slap back. Honoka opens the door to the forehand. Look how close that is.
Ooh, wow.
Jeez.
Manyu knew she couldn't give up on that one, and there was relief as well as delight.
She was right there just in case.
I was just admiring the depth on those chops, even from a long way back, but then a little bit too much from Hashimoto. Just for those keeping an eye on the clock, we're up to 50 minutes in this match already.
And each player's halfway there. Aya! Whoops. Second Omiyage souvenir. But again, her service game is strong. She's won a fair amount of points on serve, setting up third ball attacks. When you think of the best choppers in the modern day, recently retired Sohyo Wan. The backhand serve, high toss from the middle, very effective. Now we're talking. Roll reversal. Now she's on the attack and she takes it. Honoka from under the table gets way back into this point. It was a long run. Now this was the pattern that we're used to seeing. The lob and then the chop right after. Back in all the way. This one here, the feeling to keep it that low. The question was what was on it. Wang Manyu didn't have a lot of spin to work with and had to play it very cautiously, or at least chose to, which I think was wise. Just didn't work out her way. You want to see it come down one of these times. This drop shot was so good, it almost came down for a second bounce on the table. And from the ground, Honoka Hashimoto keeps it in play. You'll get to see it, I think. Ready? Drop shot. What a change. Almost no sign she was going to drop it. Oh, the power play. Wang Manyu earns this one. It is a lot of work. 5-1. Team Doctor up on his feet. Not the first time we've seen it. Again, the team spirit for Team China. It's unrivaled.
No matter how often Honoka Hashimoto does this, you can't tell me that this isn't sapping strength from her, because the way Wang Manyu has traded with her, the way this match has gone, Honoka's putting so much work in. Surely these lunges, this movement must take its toll on her.
Well, you hit the gym more than I do, and we all know about runner's high. I only bring that up to say, what if this is almost like a state of ecstasy? It just brings out adrenaline, and suddenly the sweat's flowing, and she's feeling good. Having lunch with Chun-Yi, she said it was exhausting playing Sabina Winter. It came up like 5 times over the meal. She's like, I'm so tired mentally and physically. I guess the question is, how do you stay loose during all these moments? Whether it's adrenaline or anything else, if you tighten up a little bit, the muscle memory gets a little bit cloudy, things change. The chemistry inside the body, I think we all know what that's like, getting tense. For a lot of people, just playing a competition is enough to do that.
Yeah. And you know who didn't get too tired earlier on this evening? Was Shoshin Yao, who breezed past Satsuki-Odo in a hurry. Whether that's a factor or not, remember, she's lying in wait for the eventual winner of this one in tomorrow's semi-final.
She's incredibly physically fit. Chen Yi said she has almost no body fat, Shi Xuanyao.
She'll be well rested for tomorrow's match, just to round off that point. But back in this one now, again, Wang Manyu working hard for what she gets.
Much needed point with the attack to the wide forehand. Honoka staying near the table where she's dangerous. Contant there, French fan who was wearing the Alexis Legrand jersey earlier. Look forward to seeing you in Macau. Good follow, doesn't have to turn the racket around. Oh, best one, and it is done. It is done. That chop after the lob comes down right near the baseline. Everyone wants a replay, even Misaki Morizono. The fans want to see that one more time. This is her pattern, one lob and then a chop. Get ready. There's the sky lob with the black on backhand. Ready? She's twiddled back. Okay. And then the twiddle to black on backhand once again for the follow-up. And my goodness, does she make sure that doesn't come down. These are the rallies that tend to lead to the expedite rule, but if 18 points are played before 10 minutes, there is no expedite rule. I don't know if I've seen a match that's gone to expedite rule in the WTT era. I'm doing champions, I'm doing smashes. Right now, Hashimoto down by 4. To go the opposite way, it sounded like she did that with the medium pips. Again, sound is a big indicator here. It would have been faster, I'm guessing. The control in this shot, incredible.
Basically, 6-9.
Without her turning the racket, for Wang Manyu to have to worry about that, deep, deep pockets. I guess in terms of just, maybe I should say long menu, just how many tricks she has up her sleeves. It's not a financial thing. The variety that she brings. Look at the placement here. Okay, the edge, get some fortune. Chen Tianyi, Yan Yutong, Sun Xingtong, Wang Yidi, Zhu Sibing.
she have got there, we'll never know. But the intervention of the net.
I would imagine probably, but she also got an edge ball. So again, a little TTK, some table tennis karma.
10,
The encouraging words of Ma Lin, some reminders to stay aggressive, but spin, not overly. You're doing things right. They talked it out. 3 game points, Wang Manyu. The incredible transition from attacks. Now or never, Honoka Hashimoto down 2-3 in a must-win situation. It is unbelievable how good Wang Manyu is. Honoka Hashimoto is incredible. Again, I challenge you. Find me a chopper who's beaten Wang Manyu. Send me a link somewhere, because I can't find it. And the attack with the medium pips, quick. No twiddle there. She's looking for answers. Rei Nakazawa in front of He Xiao, team manager. Li Da-chung for China. The Chinese camp and the Japanese camp watching from the accredited seats. A masterclass from Wang Manyu as she, after all this fight, goes calmly back into the spin game and waits for the opportunity to blast it. Works for the opportunity. Not just waits for it, works for it. More importantly, always in position. A little bit of fortune here for Wang Manyu. But you can really see the bend of that strawberry chop. There was the net ball. We've got some incredible art here in the house. Very notable artist who's come up through skating and all sorts of other interesting life. Oh, the chase on that wide forehand. Wang Manyu putting in the footwork. Strawberry chop comes out, or push even, to set up. This is a great pattern. Parallel forehand topspin right out of the timeout. Staying close to the table. This is where she's most dangerous. Again, chopper behind the table only by necessity as a survival mechanism. Oh, the setup. She gets a popped up touch shot. Honoka's been working for these. Get ready. Top spin, here's the chop. Float, she follows. And right there, a little bit open extra. The Sverige fans, the Sweden fans. Clap their hands as the scoreboard tightens up. Looking to close this out. Wang Manyu has worked so hard. Again, named them all before, but the chopper in the upper right, Ju Sabing, short pitch chopper, would have been the practice partner for Wang Manyu. This is a big point. A 3-point separation with the timeout already pulled on Honoka's side. Good drive into the middle. Creates a little bit of traffic jam between the arm and the torso there. That's what the middle's all about. Oh, change up on serve.
6-4.
Look at this. It was essentially the backhand version of a tomahawk serve. She comes around the outside of the ball. Loving it. It's like a reserve tank. You have serves, a long, long list, and in crucial moments, you're just testing out new stuff. Oh, the twiddle. She turns the black and she closes down on the backhand side. I'll talk to you more about new stuff in a minute, but watch what she does. The turnaround. She had the idea. This is how early she knew. Oh, the pain. Okay, a little mouth twist there. Not over. Wang Manyu still in a good position. Optimism, though, on the Japanese side from Misaki Morizono. Two times in a row she's done this. It took a long time to get there. Can you even imagine how fast her brain works, let alone her hand and her feet? To recognize the opportunity. She's twiddled there. She says, surprise, you're setting up this attack, and I'm right here. And it's leveled at 6 points apiece, 3 in a row for Honoka. And a heavy chop. 8 squared in front. Helly Hansen steps up by 1. Hashimoto, 6 of the last 8 points. And the Chinese fans trying to be the wind beneath the wings of Wang Manyu. It is a lot of work for 1 point, and as she tries to mix in a little bit of topspin to the recipe here, keeping it near the baseline, Wang Manyu has it covered. We saw Truls play similar shots. It's very uncomfortable when slow, heavy topspin comes in and you take it on its way down below the table. Honoka, a master of that, though, has done well throughout the match. Trying the other way this time, shortens it up, but the pressure is real. Wang Manyu up by 2. Man, the shoulders. Honoka just pulling that arm so far in all directions here. Oh, only up by 1. There you go. Closer match than I had previously thought. this time.
7, 9.
Really had her chances. The crazy thing is, compared to the last 2 times she made that shot, this seemed like the more, in quotes, easy relative to the other 2. I think the big part of it was Wang Manyu spun it to the middle and hadn't fully stepped around, wasn't too wide in the backhand corner, which added pressure. Big serves to come. Will be her last 2 serve combination in this game. And she makes it count.
8,
A little
9.
snack along the way as the ball stops for a bite of the net to power up for what has been an absolute pounding from both players. Shot.
Players, play on. 8, 9.
Play on, players. Perfectly into the middle. Wang Manyu with an excellent finish. This just to set up match point 2 times over, and she's got the serves back on her side. Spin slow, a lot of leg work. Wang Manyu doesn't jump. She keeps herself grounded for quick recovery, and look at the serve success. Wang Manyu, 4.5% better than Honoka Hashimoto, and both players would prefer to have their serve in a moment like this because they're both successful on serve, even if ever so slightly.
10,
It's
8.
not unthinkable that Honoka could come back. Deep in game number 6, match points, Manyu. Oh, the side spin on this.
9.
She goes eat it. What did she do here? The wraparound? This camera angle will make it a lot more clear. Look at this. Side time. Look at the bounce on that. The kick. It was like a 45-degree turn. Good luck listening to your GPS if you're trying to follow that ball. And it saves match point. Second match point, Manyu. Performance. 6 games in the longest match I've called in a long